12, take one. Hey, Mark. And action.
Hi everyone, this is Armando from Not of This Realm. Thank you for clicking on our video. Here are my thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine. Warning, I will be including spoilers. I think Deadpool and Wolverine is a very good movie. I didn't love it, and in my opinion it's not as strong as the previous Deadpool movies. But it is an exciting and funny movie that's full of action, comedy, and surprises. Critics may not like it, but this is a film made not just for fans of Deadpool and Marvel, but fans of all comic book movies. Even if I don't think Deadpool and Wolverine isn't as awesome as I'd hope it would be, there was still plenty to love. Here's what I think are the best parts about the movie. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are great as Deadpool and Wolverine. They both bring enough heart and integrity to the characters to make them an excellent foundation for the movie overall. Hugh Jackman especially has a few great moments with this version of Wolverine that really blew me away. The movie starts off strong with a fun, in-your-face fight sequence that just keeps going with a rapid-fire pace of bloody action, jokes, Easter eggs, and cameos for the entire movie. It might be a lot to keep up with for general audiences, but fans of comic book movies will be sure to love all the references. This is ultimately what Deadpool and Wolverine does best, showing the fans what we've been wanting to see in live action while keeping us entertained. There were plenty of moments where I was having a blast with all the amazing cameos and trying to spot all the Easter eggs. I was so happy to see that there were plenty of surprises left. I was really concerned that we saw a lot of them in the trailers, but I'm glad that wasn't the case. My favorite Easter eggs by far were of Deadpool visiting different variants of Wolverine. It definitely felt like a playful jab at the fans when he encountered Short King Wolverine. Now, I'm not kidding when I tell you that. I went nuts when I saw Henry Cavill as Wolverine. I had heard rumors that he would be a Wolverine variant, but to see it happen was even more awesome. But the Wolverine variant I was happiest to see was the one that fights the Hulk. The trailers revealed so much, the only way Deadpool and Wolverine would meet my expectations in terms of fan service was recreating that cover art. I honestly like the brown and gold outfit better than the movie's version, but that's just my opinion. Besides getting some cool alternate versions of Wolverine, we got to see Chris Evans back as Johnny Storm. For a hot minute, I believe that he was playing an alternate version of Captain America, but I caught on a split second before he said flame on. We also see Wesley Snipes reprise his role as Blade, which was a great surprise. Jennifer Garner returning as Elektra was also good, but seeing Channing Tatum as Gambit was hilarious, but also touching if you know how long Tatum's been trying to play Gambit on the big screen. I really do applaud Deadpool and Wolverine for covering so much ground with making Deadpool a part of the MCU, bringing back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in a respectful and meaningful way, as well as providing a bounty of fan service. Unfortunately, I do think the other key elements of the movie's story weren't as strong because of it. Let me tell you why. In between the jokes, over-the-top violence, and giving the fans what they want to see, there's a story. And the movie stops frequently so that a character can remind us what the current situation is and what needs to be done next, which leaves little time to flesh out the other parts of the story. For example, Deadpool's motivation for wanting to save his universe is good, but his root desire for wanting to be of significance is underdeveloped. We're given little more than a couple of small scenes to try to understand why he's on this journey. The same can be said for Mr. Paradox and Cassandra Nova, the villains of the movie. Both were performed excellently by their respective actors, but their motivations were serviceable at best and written just well enough to get the plot moving. I would also point out that the fight scenes in Deadpool and Wolverine were awesome, with the exception of one. When Deadpool and Wolverine fight Cassandra at her base with X-23, Blade, Elektra, and Gambit, the shaky cam and fast cuts made it difficult to see what was going on, and I really couldn't get into it. Don't get me wrong, there were some good moments, but the way it was shot held it back from being as good as the other action sequences in the movie. Then there's the climax. In my opinion, it was underwhelming. Deadpool and Wolverine facing off against the Deadpool Corps was fun, but I didn't fully understand why they would want to fight Deadpool and Wolverine in order to help Cassandra Nova. The Deadpool variants put up little to no challenge, and were mostly there to be hacked and slashed by our Deadpool and Wolverine. As a result, I wasn't as impressed with it as other climactic fight scenes in previous Deadpool movies. I suppose it's because I didn't feel that the time and challenge had high enough stakes. Lastly, the resolution. It wraps up the story well enough with Hunter B-15 from the series Loki, explaining what happened and what it means for our hero's future. It gets the job done, but I would have liked to have seen more. For all of its flaws, Deadpool and Wolverine is still an exciting and entertaining movie that serves as a love letter to fans and a farewell to the 20th Century Fox Marvel movies. At the end, we're given a sentimental end credits, which you should definitely see, especially if you grew up watching these movies like I did. Sure, Deadpool and Wolverine relies heavily on cameos, Easter eggs, crude humor, and fan service, but it's a fun ride that's well worth watching in theaters. If you've seen Deadpool and Wolverine, be sure to let me know what you thought in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. I'm Armando from Out of This Realm. Be safe and take care.